Hello, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Figma Bootcamp day 6 and 7. What we're going to be doing today is file organization and shape manipulation. I'm your host, Paul Owota, and you can follow me at dplugsins on YouTube. This course is organized by Plugsins Academy, and yeah, you can go to our website plugsinsacademy.org and check out our courses to know what you can do for yourself. Okay, so on the agenda we have introduction, file organization, shape manipulation, and then our demo task. So without wasting much time, let's head right into it. Okay, so file organization, why and how. Why should you file and why should you organize your files? One, it improves efficiency. It's easier to find and manage assets, and it speeds up your design process. So as you design, you rename those files, you rename those frames. It helps you to speed up your task, so you don't have to be looking for what is this, what is under this, what's beneath this, what's on top of that. It helps you to work faster. It also enhances collaboration, so anybody can understand your file. Once they look at it, they can work with it, they can add to it, subtract from it, take whatever they need, and you guys can work as team. So team members can quickly understand and navigate files, and then it reduces miscommunication. So nobody will say, "Oh, I didn't know that was your file. I had to move it, or I deleted it," because you've already renamed that file and you've locked it down. So it's good to organize your files. So let's proceed. Yeah, so it maintains consistency. It keeps your design elements uniform. It ensures consistency across your projects, and it facilitates version control. So that's what I was talking when we are showing version control. You know, we're always going back to um, check the history of what we've done and all of that. So it aids version control. So now let's take a look at some examples between organized and organized. So if you look at this very first person, you can see that the files are very unorganized, and if you look at the second one, you can see how organized they are. Which one are you? Now let's talk about file organization best practices. So what does file organization look like? Yeah, this is what it looks like. Descriptive names for layers, groups, and components. Avoid generic names like layer 1, layer 2. Make them unique, make them stand for what they actually mean. You can see that's for clear naming conventions. So practice clear naming conventions. And then you can see for logical structure, grouping related elements together. You can't be grouping two elements that are not on the same frame. One element is supposed to be up, another one is supposed to be in another file entirely, but then you group them together. It's going to be very confusing. Okay. And then using frames and sections to separate different parts of the project. So you see why frames are very important. So if you see all these components here, they are all under that frame contacts. So it's very important that you understand these concepts. Moving on to the next file organization best practice, we have multiple pages, consistent use of styles, defined colors, styles, text. So if you look at that example, you see how well arranged everything. That you can see icons, you can see colors. They all have their own frames and they are well arranged and well named. So if you open that color, you're going to see maybe green, yellow, red, and then someone can just go and copy the color code and then use it to continue the design templates on this file. Separate pages for different screens versions or iterations, pages for asset components and main designs, and then the very last is consistent application across elements. So you can see this is a very good example, and we'll do a comparison with the one that we have currently on our first work. So you see the difference between organized and unorganized. You can see this versus that. So this on the left and this one on the right, which one do you think you would understand better? If you look at this one on the right, you can see this is your own file. You can see the names are just Eclipse 9, we don't know who did it, group 3183, we don't know who is that. You can see Udwak, her name is just in text, it's not in a frame, it's not in a group. Uncle J, oh yeah, Uncle J did his own in a group. So you just need to be well organized. Look at the comparison. Next, we have shape manipulation. We have drawing and modifying shapes. So you can see, um, we did what we drew was very few shapes. We drew rectangles. Some people drew stars. Some people drew. So it's all the same thing. Whichever shape you are going to be drawing, you can manipulate them with the same tools and however you want to with those tools, those same tools. We'll be looking at how to do that shortly on the demo section. You can go through the slides. I will share the slides after this so that you can go through them. So you can see some of the few instructions here, like options, hold shift to create a perfect circle. We'll be demonstrating all of that. If you're a very practical person, you get it straight up because it's very straightforward. Same thing applies for lines. If you want to use the tool, use the tool for shape, you can find your lines there. So many tools are very similar on different platforms, but Figma made it easy. So you have lines as well, different type of lines, dots lines, dash lines. You can make it bold, thick, make the edge spear, make it blunt, make it round. Just do whatever you wish. Next up, we have sizing, rotating, and flipping. So if you look at this example, you can see the first picture there is facing right, the other one is facing left, the other one is upside down, the other one is upside down and also facing left. For demonstration purposes, I'll be using this guy to just show us how to quickly flip and turn files. So I click on this, I just right click, and if you scroll down you can see Shift H and Shift V. So let's do a flip horizontal. So you can see it's no longer facing this way. Let's take it back to the original. Let's duplicate this, put it here. So now let's do the flip horizontal again. Scroll down and do flip horizontal. Now let's do the same, duplicate this, drag it down, right click and flip vertical. So you can see I've flipped vertical. It's completely separate, it just looks cool that way, so I left it. And then you can duplicate this file again, unless if you want to leave it this way, or if you still want to flip it the other way, horizontal. So you can see flipped it, and this is the original. This one was flipped to go to the right. This one was flipped upside down and also flipped to the right. This one was just flipped upside down. Yeah, that's it for flipping. So you can just do it manually. If you want to rotate, you can rotate like that, like this. Because I'm rotating everything, it just looks cool. It's showing me if it's straight or not. It has guidelines to just direct you to make sure that you are keeping your stuff, standard. Okay, that's it. Next we have scaling and moving. So moving is also free form. So we have scaling. I was explaining this arrow to us yesterday, what they meant. So if you hover around the edge of your file, your picture, your rectangle, whatever, and you're on move, it's going to be showing just one arrow. Okay, you can see this is the original. and then we use the move tool to just freeform tool or move tool to move this one. So go to your tab, you will see here, if you click on menu on the very top of your workspace, that is the menu key. The move and scale key is the second one, where you can click on move and scale. Yeah, and then you have the frame, you have the what's it called, the shapes, you have the pen and drawing tool, which is also pen and pencil, you have the text, you have the freehand, and then you have the comment, just like this. So the first one is the frame, section, slice, you have rectangle, lines, all the shapes on this one. Yeah, there you have all the shapes. You can pick your eclipse and whatever. I'm sure you guys are already using this one. And then we have the pen and the pencil. And then at the center you have the mask, which we already use, which we are going to be using, the mask tool. Yeah, so that is all I'm going to be teaching for now. As you advance, you get to know what and what next to use. On Figma, you don't have to use everything. And then on the right hand side, you have profile picture, where if you want to collaborate, you can click on that profile picture over there. Then you can see all the tools you need here: layout, grid. We're not going to be needing all of that for now. And so this is the up and the down, where you can export your file. So I'll be showing you the functionalities of all these features in the demonstration. Okay, so now we're moving over to the demo, and this is the task that we're going to do. I'm going to do mine, and you guys will follow across. So see you. This is the end of the 6 and 7 contents. See you at the demo, and by day 7, end of day 7, we should have finished our tasks.